Hello, my friends. I'm here for a journal flip through to share with you. I've been gone a little while as far as making journals and also showing them, but I'm back and hopefully we'll get into creating more. It's been a little bit of a time of no inspiration and not even for filming too much. So I hopefully will do that more from now on. We'll see. Thank you for hanging in with me, especially, if I know I have a few dedicated people who watch my videos, and I'm really thankful for that. So this journal is 9x6 by the opening is 6. I don't know how many pages it is because I didn't count them. I will put that in the description, and if it's listed on Etsy, it'll be in there as well. But so I was inspired by the journal that Sonia gave me. I did a video of that called The Celestial Swan, if you want to see that one. But this one I really enjoyed making, and I'm probably going to make some more like this, maybe a little smaller. So be on watch on that, I guess, too. And I do have some other journals that I want to share, some lavender journals, not this video, but upcoming. This ribbon is an antique or very vintage, beautiful silk ribbon. I love the color, very light blue. And the way I made this was I started with a cover, this cover right here. I made this cover, and that's the outside cover. And then I have this here as a substantial cover as well. I mean, I call it a cover, but the you'll see on this side too is similar with the way I did the well, you'll see it right here. This quilted satin here. So that's the second cover. Here on the outside cover, I made a little flip here. It has antique buttons and lace sewed around it, and inside is some more lace and embossing. Little copy of a watercolor that I had, and in this pocket here I made with eyelet lace. All this is vintage or old or antique, whatever you want to call it, lace. And these little, sweet little copy of a photo there, or image. And then I think this one's a copy. I did put original, like French receipts and items and original letters and things. Some are not. These are all copies on this one here. And then this is from an antique, very old antique apron. This fabric and lace here. I do have my fan going, so I'll try and talk a little louder in case it's making too much noise, but it's a hot day, so in order to do this I have to have that going, but hopefully it doesn't disturb you at all. And then I put a little piece of jewelry on this here. And this is part of an original ledger page. And that one, I think it's a copy. I'm not sure. I think it is, but it could be original. One of those French documents. This is brocade fabric that I made the cover from, and antique lace. Make sure you can see this okay. Yeah. And then when we open this first cover, we have two pockets, one here and one here. There's a copy of a little still life. It was in a old scrapbook, the original that I have, and I just copied that. And a pocket here with this linen pocket that I sewed around that. I probably won't show everything because this is a large, or go into detail about everything, I should say. This is a very large journal, so we don't want to make the video too long. There's a little pocket space in here, and I put this 1974 little note, original note there. And on with this is an extra journal that can be removed. So what I did was I attached this little piece of linen right here, and then the other side of it I just safety pinned inside this cloth area on this pocket so that it could be removed. And I think I added another, secured it there with a bowl pin maybe. So as you see, this is another place that can be written in, taken out, and is portable. You go to a doctor's appointment and you're waiting for 2 or 3 hours and want to write. Oh, it is that way sometimes. But anyway, it's got various papers in it, and book pages similar to what's in the journal already. And then this has collage on the end there in a little pocket. This is I think maybe there's something inside there, or might be a little card, I don't know, but I feel something in there. I didn't open it. And then a little lace. If I don't come up with words, because I'm a little bit out of it still, tired. But you know what this is. You know what everything it is up in here, probably familiar with the terms, so I don't have to really point them out. But I like this photo of little baby and probably sister there. And here's a photo of a waterfall. Maybe it's in Yosemite, I don't know. I have a real Yosemite one in there that I know. It's just, but it's pretty old, being black and white. And that's the of course the quilted satin there. It's cushiony too. I put some filler in between. It's just a little doily, or not doily, but linen piece. A lot of writing space, and this is original out of a yearbook. Original book pages. Original, this just clips on here. I'll show you. A postcard and another photo type of thing, and then a cookbook page. This is the outside of what we'll see in a minute. is this card here. So I just clipped it on, and then there's an envelope for it. It's original floral book page and some tissue paper. I think my sister Claudia gave me this. She gave me some book pages. I think this is one of them. And then the other, another yearbook piece. I attached this, the side of the linen here. I really like the little feathery look to it with this. And you'll see the other part of it later on. And that's, I'm not sure where I got that. It might be a digital off of Etsy, I'm not positive on that. And then this is pretty old. I forget the name of the type of these little flowers. There is a name for it. Not calico, it's some other name. It'll come to me in the middle of the night. No. And this is very old tissue paper that came from, I actually found at a yard sale. They were giving away all the things they didn't want after, kind of at the end of the sale. And this was like an architect page that they had, you can see a little drawing here, but they had drawn a little bit of buildings and stuff on it. So that's kind of neat. Probably at least from the 50s. And then another one of these pieces that looks similar came from Sonia, and she said I could copy them, and so I did and put them in here. And here's some original wallpaper and beautiful lace trim. Of course, you want to put dictionary pages in and music paper when I can. And another one. Okay, this opens up here. Let's see. And that has one of the original letters from the early 1980s. This goes, I think that was one that I got some at the yard sale, and they were all written back and forth. Excuse me, from the same people. The man was in Seattle, and the lady was in Greece. So I'm not sure if that, because that says Tumwater, it might be a different one. Hopefully it's interesting reading, because I read a couple of them, but I didn't want to read them all. And then this is the recipe card. Very old, I think. German coffee bread. And I just stamped on that. So one of my tags that I made here. And another one there. And this is another tag. And I made this from an original photograph, and I also made this, copied this and made it. So I like that a lot. And that all just fits together. I like to put some things, just clip them on. It's more versatile, and of course they can move to a pocket or something. Bird charm here. Pattern paper. This came from an old kind of like a, not pamphlet, but something you would get. Oh, I know what it was. It was like a little, people used to make things they sent out to people. They collage different articles and things, like a newsletter before the online blogs, or now it's more of a video, which is vlogs. But so yeah, this was an original newsletter. They're kind of fun sometimes to read. And this is a ruffle from a 1950s little girl's dress, and the copy of an old magazine of the garments and hats and things. And this is an original immunization card. From the 50s. Or it might be copied, I don't know. It's on both sides, so I'm kind of thinking it's the original, but this wallpaper, and then I made on this music sheet, I just glued these little flower petals and the trim. Another original music paper, or that's the other side of it. In the middle of the, I think, first signature. Yeah. And this, we have the other side of what we just saw. Lots of lace. And a little tuck spot that I put these things in. Another letter. This is one of the ones I was telling you about. From Seattle to Greece. At least most of them were. And that little wallpaper tuck spot. This is an original cabinet card. Has to be quite a long time ago with the style of bathing suit. And I just made it a flip out with lace. And there's the other photo. And here we have another, it's waterfall, but it's a little hard to, you know, it's waterfall on flowers, I think, and rocks. And there's a little bridge. So, interesting photo. More wallpaper. More stamping. And I did this with my machine. Just stamped and, you know, made it a little interesting rather than just plain as it was wallpaper. Here's another, this is not an original old frame, but I think it looks like one. And I put this photo of the little girl in there, attached lace to it on this book page, and then it flips up and has the writing paper in there. I just use this bobby pin to close it. So there's a little tag here, and a doily, of course, you see that. Lots of writing space. I just took some wallpaper, put some of that same, oh, I almost thought of the name. The same fabric with trim. And here's the other side of what I showed you before. Let's see if I can find that. Right here. That's this. And then just embossed and put some well, I just used a stamp pad to color this, stamping ink, I mean, and one of my tags. This is a the other side of that book page, for book page, and my copy dyed paper. The recipe page, and I just copy dyed this old magazine, copy of a magazine page. And that's an original, I think. If not, it's a copy of an original from France. I think most of the ones I put in as a page, maybe they were copies, I don't know for sure. So here's, this is how I attached the cover, I think. This cover here, the outside cover. And then we or end of that signature, and then some pretty eyelet linen. And this is a piece from an old lace scrapbook type of thing, and well, it's a photocopy that came from Sonia. And then some, this is a little part of a sample piece, upholstery piece that I had. More music paper. Let's see if I'm in view here. And then I like this a lot. This came from a business from Etsy that sent me some of those French pieces, and glycine paper they had this photo and words on there, so I just kind of ripped it there and added a French book page and this tag, and then this paper that was stamped here. It's a copy of wallpaper. There's another postcard. Maybe possibly a picture in New York, I think. Here's an original ledger page. And I copied this onto glycine paper. I have to figure out how to do that again because my printer won't do it. I know I have to put another piece behind it, another paper behind it, I think. Slightly glue it on there maybe. Well, I have to try that. I keep forgetting to see if that'll work, but for some reason my printer, I think I might have said computer, but my printer won't, it just spits it out. It won't print on this glycine anymore, so I don't know why. Then here's an original French receipt. Some tuck spot here. And this beautiful trim. And then this is part of a bookmark. I just added these little trim things on this old little trim piece. And this tag I made, but was inspired by a tag that Sonia had put in that swan journal, and I'll show you that, the one she made, in a minute or a second. But there's this little tuck spot here. It's collaged, some embossing at the bottom with gross grain ribbon. That's the back, so that goes here, and I just glued this piece here, which envelope, secured it there. And this is the one that Sonia made, a little bigger, and she has this trim on the end there, and then she put this inside the tuck spot. That's the back. And that just has a card inside it. And that's from the, early 1970s. An original ledger page. There's another one of those letters from Seattle to Greece. Then another, I don't know if that's the other side or one that, it is one that Claudia, my sister, gave to me. Some tissue paper here. And I just made this little tuck spot. Punched the edges there, and this is an original. It's a postcard, but old photos as well. There's an embroidery piece. I have a number of these that I try to include in a lot of my journals. I'd found a group of them in an antique store that were quite reasonable. So I got those, and then an old lace collar I hand sewed to this page. And here we have a negative that I just put inside this tuck spot, so you just see this part of the negative, a little tag, one of my rose tags, and this original type of receipt or something. And wallpaper, trim, this little tag that I made in that pocket. So this ruffle I made from the same dress that I showed you before that had a little ruffle from the 1950s. It has these little embroidered pieces on it, and then I added this trim down the middle of it. And these are just nice pieces here to look at and write on. I forget what this kind of paper is. It's lightweight paper. Anyway, this is an embossed card that my sister Linda gave to me, and I just put it here. And then this side is wallpaper with the antique lace there. And some more old lace from a wedding dress. The other side of that embroidered piece, and this is quite beautiful old lace here too. The only time you can say old, well, I shouldn't say the only time, but one of the times you can say old and it's not it's not something that you don't want. Old. We want old usually. So here's oops, a little something on there. This the other part of the bookmark that put these little pieces of jewelry on the end, charms, and then more the tissue paper, and this is the other side of what we just saw, so I won't go into that too much. Okay, let's see. And this opens out. Beautiful handwriting. I know I've said that before, but I just love the ledger, the handwriting in those ledgers. Some more of that lace. And the other side of the sample piece, and that one as well, and adore these. And then we come to the, I think this is the last signature. Beautiful linen piece, wallpaper, book pages. This is, I think, a math, out of a old math book. This will, you can open that up, and I just put this card in there, and then close it back up, and a little tuck spot of an old gas station. I think this looks like it was taken in the 70s, but the gas station had been there a while. It wasn't new or anything, but we still had gas stations like that in the 70s. They're harder to find now unless they're, you know, part of a tour or something, or a tourist town. Not sure people use them. So, and we have some more papers and ledger paper, music paper, paper, and then I put this beautiful piece of fabric. It's like a linen piece. Might be linen, but if it's not linen, it's like linen. And then this other side of the doily, and this page out of a floral book, flower book, goes with this. So I put it there. A little tuck spot here, and the piano roll page. And I could just keep right. I'm not sure. I think that's what that says, but reading it that way. Some more of the mulberry paper pattern page. And here is just a wallpaper border piece. I think it was, we saw that before too. This is out of a very old ledger book that's like that big. So you get this size and beautiful dark paper. I think it's written in pencil. Might be somebody's shopping list or budget. And I just put that, sewed that on there for interest. This is a ruffle, probably from the 1980s, something like that. Here I made a tuck spot, and this is an original piece, a tag that came off of, I think, a piece of clothing, and I just, you know, tore it off and distressed it like that. I really liked the look of it, and then I added some trims and lace. The other piece, side of the budget or whatever, here they even added and divided, so not sure of the origin, but it's interesting. I put that in there for the fun of it. It was a tag off of a teapot I bought at a yard sale. And just made that little pocket. And here's, oh, this is the other side of the wallpaper border. Didn't add anything in that pocket. And the other side of the piano roll paper. Here's the Yosemite. It's the Yosemite Falls, or at least a waterfall in Yosemite. Very beautiful, and a coffee dyed tag. It's original photograph. And what we saw on already on the other half of the signature. And the other ledger paper, and this here, did I sew? I think I sewed that onto there. So here's a old envelope, vintage envelope, coin. I think they call them coin envelopes. And little tuck spot, pocket. And here's the inner cover with another lace pocket and an original cabinet card. And another pocket here. That kind of like a postcard, I guess, there. And the same as the front pocket. And there's eyelet linen pieces, the eyelet linen pieces, and this, I won't open this up because it's kind of fragile, but it's an original piece out of a very old school district ledger book. And again, this side has two pockets. And that is the end. I guess I don't think I showed you the side. Which I will do. And I don't think I told you about this. So I left it unlocked, so to speak, but you can take this bull pin and attach it to here so it won't flip open. And then the side, the spine, I added this piece and ran the beautiful bias tape up through there and gathered it, and then it just goes like that. So this will either be already listed in my Etsy shop when you see this video or shortly after I upload the YouTube video of this. And I want to thank everyone again for watching if I didn't thank you already. If you stayed this long and everything. You are dear to me, all of you who watch. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.